Hi, it's Kassy, and we're going to play with Sizzix supplies today and make a fun Halloween card with some dimensional elements. I'm super excited. So I've got some really awesome Sizzix paper here in different Halloween type colors. So we'll see where we go with that. I have my handy tool supply, a bunch of supplies here. I'm just going to kind of move things out of the way and we'll talk about them as we use them. And when I'm working, I like to just have all the things in front of me so that I can just kind of pick and choose what I want as we go. All right. So first things first, my inspiration, well, I really love these guys and they're really fun. And I love this too. This is like a crackly 3D embossing folder, super awesome. And I wanted to make a frame that was metallic that I could texturize and do stuff with. So I've got some texture roll here. This is in silver. They have so many different colors and this stuff is really fantastic. You can do really awesome things with it. And it's super durable and thick, so it's going to be great for this frame, I think. So let's see. So first what I need to do before I cut that, I want to make sure. So this awesome Thinlits set has a bunch of different, you can make a bunch of different size frames with it, all with, I think, just four, let's open it up and take a look. 4 different pieces in here, but when you put them together in different ways, they make different size frames. I thought that was really cool. We're going to do a small square frame today. Ooh. There we go. Really stuck in there. So all I need is this one piece, but I'm going to cut it multiple times, okay? Look at this. Oh my goodness, this texture is amazing. And on this this texture roll of silver, oh, it's so beautiful. Ooh, I'm excited. This is going to be such a fun project. All right, round 2 here. Awesome texture in there. You can also do this the opposite way. So you could run this through and cut your pieces out and then texturize them. Either way works. Don't throw this away. Save it for another project. While I have this here, I'm just going to quickly glue these pieces together. This is going to be our background for this fun card. How easy is that? You already have an awesome background for your Halloween card. Okay, the way these go together is, you see you have this L shape and then you have this flat piece with the rounded edge, and then you have this little tab, okay? So first what you're going to do, if I lay this down, we'll do these 2 at a time. I think we're going to use the quick dry glue because we really want this to stay. So what you're going to do is, if you have the L facing this way, okay, and you've got this middle piece is going to be your actual frame. So you're going to want to put glue, whatever kind of glue you want to use. You could use like just anything really sticky that's going to hold well. And I don't want too much, so I'm just dabbing some of it off here. Okay, now what you're going to do is take this L shape, that's going to be your bottom, all right? You're going to fold this flap in that you put the glue in, and if you notice, if you just fold, it doesn't quite meet that seam or that creased area. You're going to just push it so that it meets this creased area, and then you're going to roll it and just kind of flatten that one part, and then when you're done, you'll have a rolled edge here. If I can hold it up so you can see. Can you see how that's a little bit raised right here? And then when it lays flat, it's got a rolled edge. How clever is that? Okay, so I'm going to do that to all 4 pieces. Okay, once you have all 4 pieces together, then you're going to put glue on the back. So here, let me just show you this way. So now you have pieces, they're gonna slip into these open spaces, okay, and it's gonna make your frame. So you need to put glue on the back side, just, I would say just on this inner flap part. Doesn't need to go all the way out because that part will be exposed, although this will be on a card, so it doesn't matter, but if you were going to have it, you know, on its own, it doesn't need to go all the way. So there we go. Now you can see the overlap. Okay, and we're just going to keep going around. Put some adhesive on the back of that L part of the flap, and then stick it in here and butt it right up to the corner. And this is going to make a square frame because we used the same size pieces, but if you use two different size pieces, you would get a rectangle, and that's where the fun comes in. You can really sorry, I'm going to need to put this on the back of this too because it's the last piece. But that's where you can really have fun and make different sizes and lengths and widths and stuff like that. Super fun. You could just sit and cut a bunch of these shapes out and just make a bunch of different frames, and then, you know, you could even hang these on your wall, put a picture in them. They're super light, you know. It's just I mean, I'm using the surface texture roll, but you could use paper, you could use fabric, you know, you could do this a lot of different ways. So this is super fun, and it's really easy once you know the little trick there. Okay, so now we've got a frame, and I need to let it dry for just a minute. This glue is really a good quick dry glue, and it's really durable, but we do need to let it dry for just a second. All right. This is just about dry. I do want to add a little bit of something to this. I've got some black acrylic paint from Sizzix, and we're just going to put a little bit, ooh, it's a new bottle. We're going to put a little bit on our surface, our mat here, our working mat. Just the tiniest little bit is all I need. This paint is so creamy and highly pigmented. It is really, really nice. I'm going to give it a quick spritz with water just to loosen it up. And I want a paintbrush here. I need a little bit more water. I want to make kind of a wash out of this because I want it to just get in the cracks of this frame. So I'm going to brush over the frame. I don't want this to be super shiny and nice because I want it to be dingy and sort of like a Halloweenish, you know? So here I've just painted over the whole thing, and then I'm going to take my paper towel and kind of pat it, okay? I want it to go down in the cracks. I also kind of don't mind if a little bit more shows through, and I just want to grunge it up a little bit. And look at the difference. Just adding a tiny bit of black paint with water and a little bit of a paper towel, and you have a grungy dimensional Halloween type frame. I'm just going to put a little bit more on the edges here. Now this is pretty well dry. I am going to use this quick dry glue again to stick this frame down to my base. Using a decent amount just to make sure it's really adhered well. And I'm just going to put it in the upper 2/3 of my frame here, of my background. And I'm not pressing hard because I obviously don't want to mess up the dimension in the frame, but I want to make sure it's stuck down there really well. But you know, I'm even pressing on it, but it just lifts right back up. I think this frame is really, really cool. Okay, and I also want to add this cute little black cat that we cut out. And again, I'm just using the quick dry. I really like the quick dry when I'm working with multimedia stuff, you know, like the surface, the texture roll and paint on it and stuff like that. It really helps it stick better. Okay, that looks so darling. I love his crooked little tail there. So I finished the card. Here it is close up. I just want to give you a little close-up view. Look at that great texture in the frame that we made and that cute little cat there. I added a few extra embellishments and some star sequins, and there we have it, our finished Halloween card. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you found some inspiration. Have a great day. Bye.